Now, let's proceed to our third example. So we have here, some person in the world is the oldest. So we have the word here, some. And the word some is synonymous to there exists, which is a way to express a existential quantification. Okay, let me rewrite here the form of existential quantification. Okay, this is the form of existential quantification. So let's identify each of the parts of this form using this statement here. So let me rewrite it. Okay, now we already know that our existential here is the word some. Now let's identify next which of the statement is the X in our domain. So saan ba dito yung domain natin? Our domain here is the person in the world. Bakit? Kasi there are many people in this world. Therefore, our X is those individual person in the world, and then yung domain natin is person or some person in the world. So we can write here, let's represent X, no? Or di kaya person X in the person X in the world. Again, X here is our, of course, X, which represents the individual person in the world, at saka yung domain natin, at saka yung domain natin is some person in the world. Okay. Now, the remaining part of the sentence, which is the oldest, is our predicate. So it refers to who is the oldest? Some person in the world. So that some person of the world can be anyone, any individual X in the world. So I can write here. So let me represent X for the any individual in the world. And our final answer will be, of course, it is existential, and then the X. So that is the logical expression using the existential quantification of this statement. Now let's have a last example. So some students in this class has visited Mexico. Now let me rewrite the parts of the existential quantification form, because we have the word here some. Therefore, since it is synonymous to existential, which is there exists, so we're going to use existential quantification. So this is some here. Okay. Now let's identify the X in our domain. So we can identify that student here is our X and the class is our domain. Therefore, student X and lastly, the remaining part of the statement na hindi pa na-assign sa form, which is has visited Mexico. So that is our predicate. So who visited Mexico? Student or some student in this class. So let's represent those individual students with X. Therefore, we can write here. Okay, so just don't mind my writing here. Ang hirap kasi. And of course, our final answer is existential of our X, P of X. Okay, so that's how you translate an English statement into logical expression using universal quantifiers or di kaya existential quantifier.